first battle report, I'm going to be recording with
Sandeep
of Sock Tactics and just generally here at Game Castle Fremont.
Yeah.
It is.
I almost live here.
Yeah. Almost roughly 1,500 point match between Chaos Daemons and Tyranids. So, introduce what you have.
I am running here a Crusher Stampede of various monsters. So we got a Norn Emissary, we got a Maleceptor, we have a Tyrannifex, we have an Exocrine, we have a Neurotyrant, and a Screamer Killer. And there are some other lictors and stuff here, but they're not that important. So this is Crusher Stampede time, baby.
And then I have every flavor of God except Tzeentch, because we don't like nerds. 2 units of Bloodletters with icons and instruments, bloodthirster, plague bearers, Nurgle Demon Prince, Fleshhounds, Keeper of Secrets, Demonettes, and some Nurglings.
Oh, before I forget, I do have a nice little Moloch in Deep Strike also. He's going to pop out later and cause some fun.
Does a beautiful, amazing paint job, especially with the, looks like ice almost, like he's or water.
Yeah, it's actually great. This is something everyone hates hearing me say, but there's no paint on the bases. It's just science magic.
It's just light refracting. Mm-hmm. We have already rolled to see who goes first, and I will. That is the end of the introduction. Mm-hmm. So this is the end of my movement phase. I moved up. The plague bearers have sticky objectives, so this is still claimed, but they moved up a little bit. They had the largest roll for advancing, so they moved 11 inches. Mm-hmm. And then 2 units of bloodletters moved them up. Moved the bloodthirster up all the way up to the objective, and the Nurglings are on it too, but they don't have any OC. Demonettes had a 1-inch advance, so they only moved up like 10 inches, so they're right here. Fleshhounds are here to claim this, and so is the Keeper of Secrets, and the Nurgle Demon Prince is just here chilling in the line of fire of the guy over there.
And then your secondaries were very good for the Nurglings this time, right?
Yes. So those were my objectives, and now it is on to the shooting phase, because psychic phase doesn't exist anymore.
It does. Or it doesn't. I'm very sad because it doesn't exist anymore.
I know.
But yeah, lay it on me.
Okay.
What you got that's got shooting?
So this is the start of the charge phase. I've made my chart. Okay, charge phase and the fight phase. Separate things.
Yeah, 2 different things.
So this is the end of the charge phase. Bloodthirster moved up all the way from there, and he's here in combat with the Norn Emissary.
Norn's not a fan of that. Norn's not a fan.
With how my luck has gone in previous games, it may work out in your favor. And the Keeper of Secrets is over here. May not look like anything, but she is in contact with your Neurolictor.
Yep. Not long for this world.
I have rarely played demons. I think this is actually might be the first time I've ever fielded my Keeper of Secrets. So I have no idea what she can do. And every time I think I've ran a Bloodthirster, it's always been into something that's better than it, I believe. So
you're going to be pleasantly surprised this time.
The only thing I'm not too psyched about is with how these guys will go, because they're still kind of far back, but we will see.
We shall see.
We shall see after the combat phase. So this is the end of my turn 1. Or, yeah, turn 1.
Too many dice before I didn't have enough dice.
Bloodthirster took some damage. He took some damage too. He is the Norn Emissary is at 12 wounds. My Bloodthirster is at 15 wounds. Mm-hmm. And then nothing happened with the Keeper of Secrets because it one-shotted it.
Yep.
And
that Neurolictor just disappeared off the face of the earth.
It got stabbed through a window. It got poked through a window and died.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's just how it be sometimes.
And my camera's not focusing, but yeah, that is the current state of affairs.
So, in my command phase, I got these 2 objectives, overwhelming force, so I gotta kill something on an objective, and those Nurglings are looking pretty tasty over there. And I got behind enemy lines, and because I have a silly Biovore, that's probably gonna happen. And then I moved up guys, Maleceptor. He's kind of staging next to the Bloodthirster to help give some support. This guy stayed still so he can get +1 to hit. So he can still hit the Bloodthirster kind of accurately. Same thing with the Exocrine over here. Lobert, the Neurotyrant, has moved up to also help against the dude a little bit. And then the Screamer Killer over here is trying to take vengeance for his buddy, the Neurolictor, who died through a wall. And Death Leaper moved up here because he's a fan of dogs. And let's see how the shooting phase goes.
We shall see. So this is the end of Sandeep's shooting phase. He was able to do a lot more because he actually has stuff that can shoot.
I sure do. So, basically, the Exocrine and the Maliceptor and the Piddly guns of the Tyrannifex whittled down that Bloodletter squad down to a measly 2. And the Screamer Killer over here, he scared some doggos by shooting them. He only killed one, but he battle shots them with his ability so that the Death Leaper can do some business. And then Lobert and the Northern Emissary and the big gun on the Tyrannifex all went into the Bloodthirster. Tyrannifex definitely did the bulk of the work here. Only 5 wounds though. And the Northern Emissary hit 6s on both the hits, but then he rolled a 1 and a 2 on the wounds, so it kind of balanced it out. You know? So we're gonna see if charging helps me take down this Bloodthirster, because oh boy, do I need it.
Look who's missing.
I know.
The Bloodthirster.
The Maliceptor completely whiffed into him. The Bloodthirster was like, no, fuck you. But then, oh sorry, I don't know if you have a language filter.
It's fine.
But then, because the Keeper was feeling a little faster on the quick draw, he wanted to slap first. That allowed the Norn to slap back, and even though he was wounding on 5s, he got just enough through to take the Bloodthirster down before he could get slapped again.
Just barely, because then who knows what that would have done with a nice 7 attack, strength 16. That could have been. That could have been a lot.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so very fortunate there. The Death Leaper exactly wiped out the remaining doggos, so that was very important for me because then I got my secondary objective of overwhelming force. And that little spore mine that could back there is scoring me behind enemy lines. And that's the end of my turn 2. Yes, turn 2. Or turn 1.
Turn 1.
Yes.
Now it's on to...
It's speeding around.
I forget what... Because there's a difference between the turn and the battle round.
The round is...
End of round 1.
Yeah, end of round 1.
So at the end of my movement phase, I moved up my 2... I don't think they were in coherency. My 2 remaining bloodletters of the unit onto this objective, so now I control it's mine now. Move the bloodletters up to here, and they are on that now.
Yep, so you own that one too.
Move the plague bearers up a little bit. Demonettes, move them onto the point.
Yep.
And
Shadows of Chaos.
Plans to get him with that. And then my Nurgle Demon Prince is looking down the barrel of that fucking Exocrine. So far, looking pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the end of my round 2 charge and fight phase. So I charged this unit of bloodletters into the lictor that was here, and they wiped them off the face of the earth.
Yeah, Death Leaper killed a couple of ladies here, but then he got slapped up.
Keeper of Secrets killed the Screamer Killer.
So the Screamer did do a hefty amount of wounds.
It went from, I believe,
we went from half its wounds.
18 wounds to 10 wounds. Actually, yeah, I did take out half, but then I recovered 1 because of the Soul Stealer.
Yeah.
So it's at the 10 wounds, which is still a scary amount of wounds. I mean, the Demon Prince just got dealt 1 wound by the Exocrine. Now he's on 9 wounds still.
Yep.
I think the Keeper Secrets
took 11 here, so he took one of the attacks got through from the Demon Prince. So I'm gonna have to see how I can clap back in my round,
which is probably doable. So now it is
my turn 2.
Your turn 2. Big moves by the Tyranids.
Yep. So Tyrannifex stayed still because he's just a shoot a guy. That guy stayed still because he still wants to shoot a guy. Biovore moved up a little bit, just hanging out. Lobert moved over here to help with the bloodletters over here. Maliceptor moved up to try to contest this objective. Norn is finally making his way to the objective he wants. He really wants it. And I got nothing over on this side. But then the Moloch popped up, and he did some morts to both the Nurglings and the Plague Bearers.
One of the Nurgling bases is down to 1 wound, and then killed 3 of these, but I regenerated 1 because I'm in Shadows of Chaos.
Yep, and he passed his battle shock test with the Moloch force. So let's see how the shooting phase goes, and then maybe a charge phase.
End of Sandeep's shooting phase. Did quite a number, actually.
The Exocrine and the Maliceptor teamed up to wipe out the Plague Bearers over there, and then Lobert and the Northern Emissary tried to whittle down these guys for the upcoming melee. And Tyrannifex, man, he used his piddly shots to get rid of Jim Bob and Jeremiah over there that were left over. And he hit both of his shots on this Demon Prince, and then he rolled 2 1s. So, you know, that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So now we're going to see if charge phase works out for me.
So, Norn Emissary first, because of the what ability was it? That knocked out 5 of them.
I used my stratagem to do Morts on the Charge as my mini tank shot for this detachment.
Yes,
and
so-
I got 5 mortal wounds through.
Yes.
Which was huge.
And then 5 attacks went
Yeah.
through. Had to go my invulnerable save because of course it's how demons
Yep.
work.
And he just decided to roll 5 ones.
All ones.
He-
All of them.
They were just not having it. They wanted to go back to the work. They didn't want to deal with any of this. It's all bad.
That's my lord. That is. So end of Sandeep's combat phase.
Yeah. After the hilarity that happened in the middle, the only thing left was over here was the Demon Prince. So my guy did a whole bunch of nothing, and then Demon Prince did 6 more wounds. So we're gonna see if this guy lives to see another day, because there's a Keeper of Secrets just
Right
chilling
around the
over
corner.
there.
And let's see if I can have these demonettes move across the board fast enough because. Do I still get shadows of. Do
You
I
will
still.
not get shadows right now, so you will need to
But-
reestablish it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I wouldn't be able to get the. I wouldn't be able to get the. What was the ability? What was I just thinking of? I don't remember. But yeah, now it is on. It is the end of round 2. On to my turn 3, round 3.
Yep.
So this is the end of my movement and command phase. So first I used the Corrupt Real Space stratagem to where basically that acts as a Shadows of Chaos 6 inches around the objective. So right there was it. And then I also advanced these guys with the max advance range on the D6. So they moved 15 inches because of the base movement of 9. So they are right here and
They're gunning for the Norn.
incredibly close charge range for them. And then I moved the Keeper of Sandeep moved it. Incredibly close charge range for the Keeper of Secrets.
She still had extra movement.
I know. So she's right there along with the Demon Prince. Demon Prince so far has been incredibly disappointing compared to the other 2 greater demons that I had. And the Nurglings stayed put because I don't really know what to do with them. I mean, I'll probably charge them to the Norn Emissary just to get some extra attacks in. But so far that's it. That's also all that I have left on the board is 8 Demonettes, 3 Nurgling bases, Demon Prince, and Keeper of Secrets. And so far the only objective, I control this objective because of the Corrupt Real Space ability. And if I can kill the Norn Emissary, which I don't think is likely, it could be, because we only got 12 wounds.
Yeah, he does. He's pretty durable. He's got a 2-up save and a 4-up invuln, and now, because he's on his chosen objective, a 5-up field note. So he's pretty tanky.
Yes.
But might be able to get through that because the Demonettes have a lot of dev wounds.
Yes, and they also just have a lot of attacks base anyways, and then Nurglings will be able to help out for a little bit anyways. So now we go on to my charge/fight phase. So this is the end of my fight phase, basically the end of my turn. Demonettes didn't do a damn thing. Still impressive they got that charge, but didn't do a damn thing. Nurglings didn't do a damn thing.
Yeah, so Keeper shellacked the good old Exocrine.
So far, the Keeper of Secrets is becoming my favorite greater demon because
pretty
it's
good.
fast as hell and can do a fair number of attacks.
But yeah, because he killed it so easily, I felt the need to use my other Crusher Stampede stratagem to auto-explode my Exocrine. So he had a D3 explosion. So he did 1 wound to the Keeper after the Feel No Pain, and he did 2 wounds to the Demon Prince after the Feel No Pain. So, still getting some value even in death.
Yes. Now that basically only leaves my Demonette unit at less than half strength, Nurglings, and then 2 mostly wounded greater demon-ish demon princes and the greater demon, I would say, left on the board. So let's see what I could do by my next movement phase. Who knows?
I'm gonna try to make it so you don't have one, but we'll see how that goes.
We will see.
So, my movement phase, not too much. This guy continues to stay still because he just wants that +1 to hit. Norn Emissary, stuck in combat, chilling, living his best life. Maliceptor and Mokmok came out to participate in the battle, just chilling on the sides. Ripper popped up over there because I got investigate signals, and what's a better way to investigate signals than a swarm of Rippers? And Lobert moved into position to try to flame some guys before they inevitably charge me. So now on to my shooting phase, which I can give you a preview. There's going to be a mine in this corner to do investigate signals as well, because that's just how this works now.
So, yeah, on to your shooting phase.
Yep. And you just make 4-ups. Because, oh boy, did nobody do any damage to this this Keeper of Secrets,
No,
despite everything shooting at it.
It literally got targeted by everything, but it's got some pretty mean secrets to keep if it obviously is still standing.
It's keeping my shot secret from me even, because I can't hit it.
Okay, so yeah, surprisingly, after all of this time, still at 9 wounds, Keeper of Secrets is still the unpainted bare metal Keeper of Secrets.
That's probably it. It's not painted, so that gives it extra protection.
So, end of Sandeep's combat phase.
So,
Those
I couldn't kill the Nurglings.
Nurglings
with-
just nurgled.
Two big boys, they couldn't reach down there to get the last kill, but the Daemonettes unfortunately could not do any more damage before they got
Had a lot of attacks, and that is, I believe, the difference between the Demonettes is they have a lot of attacks, but they're only strength 4, whereas the Bloodletters only have 2 attacks each, but they're strength 5, so that's a lot more room in order to deal a lot more damage.
Yep. But
So-
yeah, the Norns just sitting pretty, hanging out, having a good time. Yeah, we'll see what happens with the Keeper and the Demon Prince, because you know they're just there, hanging out.
Yep, we will see. Okay, so this is the end of my movement phase. Demon Prince got up onto the point here and is within charge range of him.
Oh yeah, is it?
And then the Keeper of Secrets is staring down the Norn Emissary and has a massive movement, so basically you just have a pretty fairly easy charge to make with him. So, onto the charge phase. Or,
Yep.
Yes, because I have no shooting. So the end of my combat phase in round 4.
Yep.
Keeper Secrets didn't do anything to the Norn Emissary, but then the Norn Emissary didn't do anything to my Keeper Secrets, so everything's still fine and dandy. Demon Prince one-shotted the Biovore.
Yep, there's no more mines in this rodeo.
Yep, and he is the only one claiming that objective, so I have 2 objectives.
Yep. Yep, because he held that one over there.
I have this one, and then I have that one.
And he got
then
Storm Hostile Objective, so he took that one away from me. So, I'm going to have to get back my objectives, because I'm only at 1 now.
Oh, yeah. Because you...
I put all of my Chungus in the middle.
Into that
so
one.
we're gonna find out what's happening there.
Yes, but this is a very, very congested objective point. That would be like, that would take way too long to try to kill all of them. So, we shall see.
Yep.
So this is the end of round 4. What was done?
I continue to do no damage to the Keeper, but the nice thing is, the Tyranids have gotten the maximum casino gun damage, and he still saved enough to live on 2 wounds, but then I charged in with the Tyranids and did my mortal wounds on the charge and just barely killed the Demon Prince. So now it's just the Keeper left. I still don't have high amount of confidence I'm going to kill it, but you know, we'll see.
We will see, because at this point it's round 5. Might just end up going back and forth until something dies, because it's... Yeah. But so far, that's it. 3, 4... 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 big old guys left. My goal is I want to try to take out him. It's going to be very, very difficult, but it's the only thing left on the board. I can't do anything else. We shall see.
Yep.
This is it. She's finally gone.
Yeah, the Norn Emissary on the final combat got her down to 1 wound, just to give her a chance to slap back. Unfortunately, she could not get anything through. And then the Moloch did the legwork, despite not having legs, because it's a snake.
Yes.
And then on my last round, I would have free reign to just go onto the objectives and score whatever I wanted.
Yes.
So at the end of it, it ended up 40 to the Demons and 67 to me on that last big point swing. But it was very close up until basically this last round, where everything kind of just went my way just a little bit more.
Yes, purely because of numbers, because I had a Demon Prince, which was nowhere near as effective as I thought it would be. A lot more effective for Chaos Space Marines. They have a lot more cool stuff with Chaos Space Marines.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yes. So,
Demons has cool teleporty shenanigans, but Chaos Space Marines definitely got more damage in them.
yes, definitely more of the combat kind. So who knows what will happen to my Demon Prince afterwards.
Yeah.
But Keeper Secrets definitely blew me away with what it did. Bloodthirster, I expected the Bloodthirster to do a lot more, but it didn't. It did the most damage to the Norn Emissary and probably could have done. It probably would have been the one to have killed the Norn Emissary.
If it was saving like the Keeper, oh man, would it have killed the Norn
Yes,
Emissary?
it probably would have been gone like round 3.
Yep.
But it did not. It did not have the. It did not. Where the hell did I put it? It did not have the luck that my unpainted Keeper of Secrets did.
It's because it's not painted. I'm telling you.
Yes, and I might.
It's a silver Keeper.
Yes, I'm gonna paint it still because it's I want to paint it. But
Painted silver.
painted silver. Ooh, actually,
It could work.
that'd
The
be
Silver Tower of Slanesh, you know?
yeah, that'd be maybe a cool idea. Maybe have it go from do something with silver.
Yeah.
Have something. Surprisingly, the most 4-ups I've ever made. I'm genuinely surprised about how well this did. Even the bloodletters, my bloodletters, despite them all getting wiped out, were able to do some damage too.
Yeah, they pick out the Neuralifters pretty early.
Plague bearers, I was kind of dumb with them. I kind of just I moved them, and then I kind of just I could have done something with them.
I had a little too much shooting for them to survive too long, but the sticky objective thing was nice because it let you score in the early rounds before I could get my Moloch out.
Yeah. What I probably should have done instead was I probably should have just kept advancing them and try to get onto this point, because with the cover of the bloodletters,
Yeah.
they would have been able to sticky that and
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to take that objective away from you when the Bloodletters were running a little thin.
yeah.
There.
And keep your secrets. It went pretty far. It started out here, went all the way over there, and then
Yeah,
moved back around, killed the.
It was trying to get back home, it seemed.
Yes.
Making the boomerang loop.
Yes, but it so far I think it's actually in any edition my first game of playing entirely just Chaos Daemons. It worked out pretty well, and
Yeah.
definitely at some point we'll probably pick up the combat patrol for them, because that's a lot of
all
corn.
corn. It's all corn all the
I think it's 10 flesh hounds, 20 bloodletters.
Yeah, and there's some bloodthirsers in there too.
Yes, and a herald of corn, I think. I already have a herald of corn, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is my first battle report.
Yeah.
Opponent Sandeep.
Yep, good game.
Good
Hopefully
game.
you had a good time.
I did have a great time. This is easily the closest game I've played
Nice.
of 40k and 30k also. But,
Very cool. I'm
yeah.
glad I could provide. The Hive always wants to provide.
Yes, and it did. It got valuable experience. And so yeah, that's it.